What's up, y'all? Welcome to Ken's Questions and His Custom Bruises. So we're on location tonight. You know, sometimes we got to make little trips, and this is a trip that's well worth it. The gentleman that I'm sitting with, a lot of y'all don't need no introduction, but I will have him introduce himself. Sir?
Thank you very much. My name is Sean Green. Just in case some of y'all don't know, my first name is Troy.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know that. You knew that.
Yes.
But Troy to Sean Green. So it's your boy Sean Green. I'm here in Miami, straight representing 561, but now I'm in 305.
And of course, we love the 305.
Oh, absolutely.
Behind Palm Beach, Miami is our second largest city, and they show love all the time. So I definitely want to give a shout out to all our fans here in Miami.
Let's go Dade County.
Let's go Heat.
For sure.
So yes, I got the Dolphins on tonight, but still, you know,
love it.
Heat Nation.
All the way live, baby. That's how we do it.
So this is one of those episodes where I kind of got the cheat code. You know, when you have those friends you've known for a very long time, this is one of those scenarios and one of those situations. Yeah. And I appreciate him taking the time out to sit down with us tonight and bring his slice of life. Because y'all, I can guarantee you're going to find out some things that you have no idea tonight. So you ready to get started?
I'm ready to get started. Let's go, kid.
That's what I'm talking about. So
first of all, thanks for having me on the show, man. I really appreciate it. Watch your show, man. Appreciate what y'all boys doing. Very proud of you. And the sky's the limit, man. And I love what you're doing. So kudos to you, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And speaking of which, you know, shout out to El Spanko, Spanky, Tori, DJ T-Moe, mixing and scratching on all y'all parties. If y'all need to book them, y'all know what to do. And of course, we got that merch. This one not available, y'all. It's not. It's just for me. But y'all know y'all can still get that merch. Description down below. So y'all know what to do.
Yes, sir.
So there's something that you almost knocked over that's right behind you. Oh. You know.
My drums.
Yes, your drums. But those have a very serious significance.
Yeah.
And of course, I know you're a PK.
Right.
You know.
That's where it all started.
Do you let people know? Oh, and those of you who do not know what PK is, that's a preacher's kid.
Right.
So just in case you don't know. But Sean is a preacher's kid.
It ain't Pimps and Kings. Preacher's kids. Just saying. Just throw that out there real quick.
I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, even let's know how you got started.
All right, sure. Glad you asked, man. I would say age 5 is when I heard, you know, the sound of drums, and I was infatuated. I was in love with drums. The sound like bloom, 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 bloom. And I remember like.
Did you get in trouble?
Get in trouble?
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't get in trouble.
I'm talking for playing the drums. Like, are we trying to sleep?
Well,
do.
Sean, cut that noise down. All that, yeah, because I'm always playing with pencils, beating on my mom and dad pots and pans. Remember that in the kitchen?
Okay.
That's how I started before the drums. Matter of fact, I talked to my mom and dad yesterday. I took them out to dinner here in West Palm Beach. Still, God bless their souls. I took them out. I was like, you know, I never got a drum set that I asked for Christmas. Every single Christmas, I asked for a drum set. I never received it. Why? Because for 2 things. First reason, too expensive.
Yeah.
Then one, too loud. So at the age of 5, I learned how to play drums, watching my uncles and my cousins in church. Mm-hmm. And then I just caught on naturally, you know, I guess, you know, my mom's side of the family, majority of them are all singers and musicians.
Yeah.
So I guess, you know, I caught on to, you know, the trend and being able to pick up music the way they did, playing by ear. And then by the time I got to schools and, you know, middle school, high school, then I started learning sheet, how to read music and stuff like that. But that's when it started. Age 5, first love, drums. Yeah, man, in the church.
Yeah. So being that your dad was a preacher, did that give you any extra pressure, you know, growing up?
Honestly, yes, in a way, because, well, we talked about the drums, but my second love was like dancing. Like I would learn how to, I will watch Michael Jackson and watching Troop and all your boy bands, New Edition.
Oh yeah.
So I was, imitating them, trying to do the moves like them. And I remember he told me one day, my dad, he was like, you can't dance in the house. I was like, what you mean I can't dance in the house? Because the music was worldly, it was secular music. So I wasn't allowed to play the secular music in the house. So it's kind of like that movie Footloose.
Yeah, yeah.
So I had to go outside and remember this. He planted a seed, don't even know he planted it. So I would have to go outside to dance.
Yeah.
To make up choreography or to mimic Michael Jackson or whatever, And that was like my haven. That was like where I did my studies, because it was no such thing as like a hip hop dance school or hip hop studio, dance studio. It was just like ballet schools, but we couldn't afford dance schools. Like I grew up in Riviera Beach, H Avenue East, up 23rd Street, down the street from Wells, Suncoast. So I would dance in the backyard. But if I have to fast forward to like 12 years of age, I would say I would start entering like middle school talent shows. PIE, Poison in Effect. I remember that was our boy band.
Of course.
Who was that? It was Charlie Wilson, Taurus Bennett.
Not the Charlie Wilson of singer, but go ahead.
Charlie Wilson, we call him Chuck. Stayed on 25th. Taurus Bennett. We call him Ralph Tresvant. I think he still think he Ralph Tresvant. Well, anyway, Willie Williams was Willie. I think his last name was Williams, but Willie. It was. I hope I'm not missing out nobody.
You probably are. It's okay. It happens.
It happens.
But
me, Charlie, and Taurus, we was like the BBD of the New Edition PIE, Poison Effect.
Yes.
And we would do talent shows at Kennedy, John F. Kennedy Middle School. We would win them first place.
Yeah.
And I would like come up with more majority of the choreography. So I had a sense of like putting, movement together. Like you didn't have to be a dancer, just be a mover. And I'll show you, I'll shape and mold you and figure out the textures of how to teach.
So even memorizing a routine, did it just come naturally?
Yeah, I tell people a lot that it's the music that I hear, right? That I become the artist or I become the instrumentation of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the music, it's the right sound of the music that brings out the choreography in me. So it lives in me, but the right music will bring it out of me. If somebody say, Sean, yo, I want you on my track. Like, I want you to do this, listen to this sound, listen to this music, and I want you to make up choreography for this video project I got coming up. Mm-hmm. If the sound is corny, goofy, or whack, it don't move my soul, my spirit, guess what? I can't even dance to it. My body won't even move because my body, it doesn't comprehend foolishness.
Yeah.
In a way, and lack of better words, it has to be quality. It has to have some good foundation behind it for me to be.
If they're asking you to do that, then they got to respect your opinion.
100%.
And it's yours.
Right.
Can't nobody tell you like,
right.
Well, hey, no matter what, you're gonna do this.
Right.
No, exactly. It's still you. Reputation is everything.
100%, bro. So I'm all about serving my body. Having purpose behind everything I do, and that purpose comes my passion. Well, my passion is my purpose now, though, for sure. So
let's move to y'all doing all these talent shows and stuff in middle school. What was did you have like a big triumph that aha moment? I know you said like, hey, I could put these moves together and I could teach other people to do it, but was there something that kind of just came along and just said, man, this is it?
When I started doing like choreography for like bands, like John F. Kennedy Middle School band, like if we were dancing, I was on a dance team committee while playing drums. So I'm like fusing, right? So I'm dancing, I'm playing drums, and then we graduate, go to high school. I attended Suncoast High School, and then I will never forget that big aha moment that you're asking about was, my 11th grade year, my junior year in Suncoast, whereas that Corey Russell, Brian Brotnax, and myself, we entered a competition. It was an MTV dance lip sync contest. So what we did was we submitted a VCR tape.
We owe y'all.
Yeah. Well, we're wise. But
Seasoned.
we get there. Seasoned. I like that. Like, I'll tell you that. We're seasoned. So we submitted the videotape in. It was on Suncoast campus, right? So, and then MTV called the school. I'll never forget. I was in the middle of whatever subject. I don't know. I was in class, and then our principal said, "Sean Green, would you please report to the office?" They were like, "Sean, you're in trouble."
Yeah,
and I got this. Ooh. I get to the office, and it's MTV on the phone, and then they was like, "Yo, the video you sent in came in first place." So I'm like, "What that look like?" You just won $25,000.
What?
We won $25,000. I almost said three little things. You can add that up. You can cut that up. 3 little black boys in River Beach.
We have an open platform, so you
we got an open platform.
We have open.
We straight. Yeah. So 3 little black boys from the hood in the raw.
Yeah.
River Beach winning the most money I can ever imagine winning at that age.
Right.
That was a lot of money back then, $25,000.
Of course.
So never been on a plane, never been to New York, never been outside of Florida. And along came with 3 airline tickets, Delta, never forget. This is in 1994. We get on the plane, a month later, we go fly to New York to pick up the big carbon check that said $25,000.
Wow.
We did the song, it's called I Gotta Get Away by
I Gotta Get Away
by Bobby Brown.
I Gotta Get Away.
We did that, and then, but before we took off, here's the big moment. They did a big pep rally for us, just for us.
At the school?
They shut the school down for like I think an hour.
Wow.
And they had the band came out and created like a little small parade. They took a brief hiatus from the school, and everybody came out to the lot to watch police officers to escort us in black limos to take us out the school to PBI. And we flew out of PBI to JFK in New York. Picked up the check, and while we were there, after we picked it up, they was like, "Hey, don't leave because tomorrow there's a live contest. We saw what you could do on video. We want to see if you could dance live." Oh, he said, what? So
nah, we're really gonna jump.
Yeah, exactly. We don't better turn the heat. It's time to go shopping.
Yes.
The first thing I told him, Brian, Corey, and I, we went shopping, got some fits, and then we performed what we performed, and then we did the dance competition, and we won first place, 5,000 cash. So that's 30,000 right there within that period of time. We had just won. That was junior.
This it's two directions I want to go, but if you got those 2 guys together right now, could y'all do that routine?
I could. Corey, I don't know. Corey might still have it. Brian might still have it. B-Nax. Corey and Brian might still.
Because if I'm thinking correctly, you might be running up on the 25th anniversary of that.
Yeah, we are. We are.
Because right now you're at 20 years.
Yeah, we are.
No, you're at 30 years. It's 94.
Yeah, that was 94.
You had 30 years.
Dang.
So it's
coming up.
What a time to do it.
I don't know if those boys still got it. I do this for a living. This is what I do. I do this every day. I teach every day. It was so much fun though, bro. But being able to, but here's the backlash from it. So, there was always like somebody want to throw salt.
Okay.
So the principal, won't say her name, but she was a little on the prejudice side. And she was of a different race. And she was like, "Look, y'all filmed that on campus.
Come on.
That's our money."
What?
We went back and told our moms and all that, like, no. You ain't gonna do this to our little boys. Yeah, man, they try to keep the money.
How?
Yeah, they try to keep the money because we filmed portion of the project. The content was filmed.
How that equal being, that's yours?
It was a school project, but it was our choreography, our filmmakers, our ideas, our creativity. And not only did we do that at Suncoast, we filmed it on Flagler by the boats. We filmed it in parking lots. We filmed it everywhere. I think we took section to the mall too. We did our own thing. So and then we had to get the NAACP, Peace. We got peace organizations.
Wow.
Black other black organizations to come through and like, no, they're gonna keep every dime or else.
Yeah.
And we kept all of it. And then we split it. And my portion of the money, I went to college with my money.
Yeah.
I don't know what they did with their money, but
And what college did you attend?
Sure glad you asked. The one and only Florida A&M University, FAMU Rattlers, baby. Let's go.
Yes!
Let's go. March 100 all day.
All day long.
All day long.
Of course, I'm a fellow Rattler as well. Yeah. So, you know, that's just.
I entered FAMU 1995.
Yes.
Didn't go to summer band camp. Did pre-drill of the March 100, that is. Because, you know, when I was at Kennedy, it's when my first time seeing the March 100 on video.
Yeah.
Mr. Green, God bless his soul.
Yeah.
He would show us, no, this is where y'all want to be at. And I fell in love.
And y'all emulated them anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes. Yeah. I had to be in that number. I got to be in that number. And I played drums, hard section to get up, to be a part of.
Yeah.
But Z528 all day, baby. Excuse me. So yeah, I pledged that, and then I think I 95, 96, stopped 97 because I wanted to graduate.
Yeah,
I was ready. I was about my education.
Ready to go.
Yeah, man. But my years in the 100 was like amazing. Some of y'all probably don't know. I also did a year or two or a year and a half at the FAMU Gospel Choir, renowned, the incomparable FAMU Gospel Choir. I went on tour with them and everything. Yeah.
Wow.
And I achieved the award as the most outstanding tenor my first year in the Gospel Choir at FAMU.
When I tell y'all a charmed and blessed life,
I'm still learning.
This what straight up, when y'all pull me to the side in the grocery store talking about, ooh man, I want to be on your show. This is what you got to compete with. You got to compete with talent like this. So I'm just letting you know. That's why I kind of give you the side eye sometimes. So, And
I'm still learning myself. I'm still doing the best I can with what I have.
Now we're going to continue, but now it's something that I'm going to be a fan about.
Okay.
Because when I tell you, them damn strikers.
Oh, my dog.
And Showtime at the Apollo. Ooh. I couldn't wait to see my folks on TV. Can you discuss that for me?
Yeah. So before I can go to the strikers, I'm going to back up a tad bit. But yeah, you're right. You're on the right track.
Yes.
1992 through 95, still a part of dancing, dance troupe of the 8 Wonders of the World, founded by Ira Bryant.
Yeah.
Shaba, what we call him. So I was the only freshman to be invited to be a part of the 8 Wonders, and that was like an honor for me because
y'all just
I looked up.
Y'all just shut the talent shows down.
Oh yeah, talent shows.
Like guaranteed.
8 Wonders of the World all day long. So I was a member of the 8 Wonders of the World, and then I took over after Ira, Brian, Daryl, Ira, T-Moe, the double MDs. After all them left, I was like I'm gonna keep this thing going. Brandon Hooks and I.
Yeah.
And there were more names. Clarence Davis.
Shout out to B Love. Go ahead.
Yeah, B Love, Clarence Davis, Scotty Scott.
Yeah.
I say Clarence Davis. It was a few more of us.
These are all people from our hometown.
Exactly.
Too. This ain't like he went and started picking up people from different parts.
Exactly.
This is all Palm Beach. But go ahead.
Yeah. So then we created Dream Team. Dream Team was
you want that girls and guys?
Actually, we had diamonds. I remember that. Whoa, you got a good memory. Sheesh.
When I tell you,
I forgot about diamonds.
Was about it.
Diamonds. Yes. So
because keep in mind, we already had Splat Pack.
Yeah.
So anybody else that I'm used to seeing my friends win.
Right.
And it's like now somebody else winning. I'm cheering like, oh, this is a whole Palm Beach thing.
For sure it is.
Y'all. I'm talking about
brought that up, bro. That you just took me back a little bit for sure. So we'll get to college, and we're gonna bring Dream Team to Striker. To FAMU. Yeah, because we're our own entity. Like we have our own swag. You know what I'm saying? We already know their routines, like shake the booty, all that. But we did acrobatic routines. We was a little bit more creative with ours, because I felt like we had something to prove coming from 561.
Yeah.
So, but only thing is, I'm gonna make this real quick. We brought Juneteenth. We even competed against the Strikers in 1995 at the Gong Show at Florida State University. And they thought they was gonna win. And these boys came down with these robes on with the newspaper. Doom, 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 boom, boom, boom. Look like a TKO.
Yeah.
We came out. I choreographed that jive. First place, Dream Team. Strikers out of there.
See?
Yeah. And then home team, you know, like family. So home team couldn't get right.
Right.
They wouldn't come to rehearsals on time. These guys high.
Yeah.
Like, feel like they don't need to show up.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Deuces to the home team.
Yeah.
I'm finna go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, audition for the Strikers. I auditioned for the Strikers while I was in the March 100 band. I was we had a game in Miami. No, we had a game in Miami, and the auditions was going on. So I had to wait until I got back to Tallahassee. As soon as I got to Tallahassee, I changed clothes, ran to the gym, auditioned, and I made it. And then the second thing was they had a meeting. I'll never forget the meeting. It's like, what can you contribute to the Strikers? You're a crab, like you're a freshman, like whatever. I was like, well, meet me in rehearsal. I'll show you. I wasn't trying to be arrogant. I was like, right. I want to bring something different because we're tired of those same routines. Like I can memorize y'all routines.
God.
So I was like, I'm gonna do something different with y'all. I'm gonna give y'all more of a challenge. We never asked for less challenges. We asked for more skills. So I'm gonna bring y'all some more skills.
Yeah.
So that's how it was. And then now I'm talking about a guy who's seriously passionate about choreography. So then went there, and then next thing you know, became the rehearsal director, one of the choreographers. Under the leadership of Shapiro Hardiman, I got to give him his props because he created it, and it was dope. And then we went on show talking about the Apollo, and I helped create that routine too as well.
How long were y'all the champions?
I think for like three or 4 weeks or something like that.
When I tell you, we
kept winning.
It just felt like y'all was there.
Yeah.
For like years.
Right. Because you have to remember, they won in 92.
Right.
They won in 92. Shaba was on that one too, Ira. And then we went back in 2000. And I had graduated December 15th. December 15th of 2000. I came out of retirement for a little bit.
Just for that?
Yeah, just to go to Harlem to do the show time at the Apollo with the Strikers. And then we won. And like, okay, somebody else got to get a chance to win. So this guy who was singing, they made him win. Yeah, so that's what happened.
The magic of television.
Exactly. And then right following that, then we started doing a lot of MTV Fame or Shame and all kind of MTV summer shows, those summer shows that came out.
Right.
Like, we was part of a lot of those shows too as well. So I was excited because I'm in Strikers and the March 100, doing a lot, just following my passion while still in school. Mind you, I'm in school for one reason. That's just to graduate.
Yeah.
Get some good education, network, graduate. But I've done it ever having a sip of alcohol.
Yeah.
So I've never drank alcohol ever in my life, never smoked ever in my life. Don't even know what it feels like, don't know what it tastes like. And now I'm 48 years young.
You can tell you high off of life.
Very much so, bro.
Everyone is you have an energy. And I know you don't heard this before, but it's you're one of those people that all you gotta do is just be around them. People gonna gravitate to you. Gotcha. And it's like, God, what you got? But you just don't see it.
Right.
You're not impeding yourself. And people see that glow. And people see that. It's like, it's a positive individual.
Right.
And I want some of that positivity. Because what you see just day in and day out, bullshit. You see people like, oh, I'm so sad. Oh, the world's horrible.
Ain't nothing. Can't call it.
I'm all right. I guess so. People need it.
Right.
So when you're telling me your story, ain't none of this a mistake.
Right. For sure.
None of it. None of it at all. From jump.
Appreciate it.
All y'all. And of course, Chris. Shout out to Chris.
Shout out to
Chris
Green, Kevin Green. I see you.
Shout out the whole family.
Yeah.
All y'all talented.
Thanks.
And
good upbringing, man. Mom and dad, Shirley and David, kept us. And of course,
your mom had her fame as well.
Oh yeah. Shirley Green, Sensational Spans. Excuse me. Album coming out tomorrow. Walmart, Belgrade, first album.
Selling them out the trunk.
Spans.
So though, like when basketball players had kids, it's like, hey,
that's right.
You look at them kids, like it's automatic.
Yeah.
Not that they gonna make it, but it's an automatic. They got some talent.
For sure.
So all that stuff is meant to happen.
Thanks, man. And I give all my credit, all my glory goes to God.
Of course.
Because He's the one that gave me the talent. And now I said it earlier, my passion now become my purpose. And I created a lifestyle. I have my own niche going on. And being an entrepreneur for over, I think I've been job free for over 28 years now.
So as somebody who clocks in and has a 9-to-5, what was your aha moment as far as, hey, I can't do this?
Man, it was when I was actually, my first job was at Buzz Chicken and Seafood. And
which location, sir?
Revere Beach, Blue Heron. Right. Before it was Popeyes.
Popeyes, Buzz.
It was Buzz.
Yes.
And I'll never forget, I was mopping. Like I was supposed to be doing chicken.
Yeah.
No, we want the Navy black boy to do the mop. You go mop the bathroom. I ain't mopping no bathroom. You want a job, don't you? So I'm mopping. And I'll never forget, I messed around and started scrubbing real hard and splashed and bleach got in my eye. That did it for me.
I'm out.
I left that same day.
God.
And the next day I went to Publix, became a bag boy at Publix. Yeah, I think I always did that. So
that was just you and Chris.
But yeah, that was me and Chris. Chris was doing the artwork and I was doing the bags. Went to Publix. So my jobs were Buzz Chicken and Seafood, Publix. Then I went to college. Some people may not know, but I was working at Office Depot in Tallahassee. Yep, off of Appalachia Parkway.
Okay.
Then left there and started working at Applebee's. Applebee's on Tennessee Street.
As a server?
Capitol Circle. Dang, I remember this. Capitol Circle in Tennessee as a server. And I was dancing to get tips.
Stop it.
That was what was paying Brandon and I bills.
Yeah.
Because that was like, Brandon was, shout out to B Hooks. That was my roommate.
Yeah.
We both working at Applebee's as servers.
Okay.
What? Flirting with girls, getting them, what? Getting all that. I'm dancing. You want an extra drink? Boom, got you. And then something significant happened at Applebee's. I ran across a young lady by the name of Michelle Bowens. Michelle Bowens, like, I'm about to leave this place here. And she was doing a little bit of Applebee's while working on the side, but I knew that she had some money. I'm like, what's going on? So Sean, she want me to come to her house. I'm like, all right. She's like, nah, I got some chicken and you gonna watch a video. And that night, I promise you, it changed my life forever. She introduced me to a multi-level marketing company by the name of Prepaid Legal Services. And I didn't know what it was. Right. I didn't know about the network marketing going on. But she said, she'd never forget, she said, she gave me some chicken wings, put the video in, and she left and went in the room. She said she peeked around the corner. She said, I saw you taking notes. That's how I knew you was gonna be a star. That's how I knew you were gonna be serious. At this time, I think she was making like $7,000 or $8,000 a month.
Oh.
Being in college.
Yeah.
So she trained me. Within 2 weeks, I became director. Within a month, I became the executive director, I was making like $6,000 to $7,000 to $8,000 a month.
Wow.
People, like some people knew, and then I'll bring other people in, getting money from overrides, residual income,
right,
direct sales. But I'm selling legal insurance. Is this my passion? No, it's not my passion. Right. But it's paying the bills. And now I don't need a job, because back then we called it job just over broke, J-O-B, just over broke. And if you stay, people that stay poor, they stay poor because they pass over opportunities repeatedly. God. But I didn't want to pass over this opportunity. I know it's different out of my field, but I'm I'm gonna take a chance because those who never risk, they risk everything.
I hope y'all taking those because
those who never risk, but those like I would never risk that or never invest in this. Let me tell you, if you ask the question, what would you tell your 20-year-old self? I would say, believe in yourself, invest, and work on your credit. Every chance you get, work on your credit.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself, invest as much as you can,
right,
and work on your credit. Straight up. But having self-love with all of that. That's the most sincere thing I can say right now because here I am in my 48 years young body.
Say it right.
48 years young.
There you go.
And I'm like, damn, I wish I would have known that. But they didn't teach financial literacy. We didn't have generational wealth. Mom and dad had to work hard. So I was like, I'm gonna do something to try to change the game where I can, free up my mom and my dad's hands where they won't have to work like this. I want to work smarter, not harder.
Right.
So prepaid legal services taught me how to network around the world, not just in Tallahassee or in Miami or West Palm.
Right.
I would go to conventions in Las Vegas, Ada, Oklahoma, Maryland, DC, just to see other people who influenced me or inspired me in a way to think outside of the box. And it changed my mindset right there when I saw people making $25,000 to $50,000 a month. Who do you know making $50,000 to $60,000 a month?
I don't.
Anybody you ask from my crib or from my hood, nobody making $50,000 a month.
Not legally.
That's not legally. It was just understood. It like we couldn't fathom that.
Right.
So I'll start, doing more and more. Then after 3 years, I let it go because people start getting lazy. Discipline is the bridge between your goals and your achievement. I'll say it again. Discipline is the bridge between your goals and your achievements. But your attitude determines your altitude. Your attitude determines your altitude. If you think you can, you can. You think you can't, then you won't. Two types of people in this world. Those who think they can in life, those who think they can't. Both of them are right. Success is moving from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. I have the enthusiasm. I have the self-love. I have the energy. I'm going to make it happen. Failure is not an option. Only time failure comes before success is only in the dictionary.
Coming soon, Sean Green, motivational speaking.
It is. I know you said, what's next? You're like, we're going to go from beginning to, I'll save that, but that's next.
Yeah.
So after all that, receiving that changed my mindset. I can't think like nobody in my family, none of my friends. I got to think like, I don't think I'm better than anyone. I just think I have to think different now.
Right.
Let's not get that twisted. I feel like I need to be somewhere else. I feel like I need to be soaring somewhere else. I'm thriving somewhere else. I'm feeling that energy. I need to be, I don't know, it's frequency, man. And then move back to West Palm Beach, 2001, 2002. That's 2003, birth of Sean's Dance Factory. That's when Sean's Dance Factory became about. At Gold's Gym. Started my own dance company. I went into a gym and they didn't have, hip hop cardio. So I asked, did you guys have hip hop? You have hip hop aerobics at that time? This was to Gold's Gym. I was speaking to the manager because they was trying to sell me a membership. Like, no, I don't want no membership. I don't want to work out. I mean, you come to the gym, but you don't want to work out?
Did you lift up your shirt and say,
yeah, my abs stay here.
I'm good. I'm good.
I was like, no, I want to speak to your manager. Like, you want to what? What is I say, it's the ultimate hip hop workout experience. I came up with that in my head. Immediately. It's the ultimate hip hop workout experience. The ultimate hip hop workout experience? I remember this to this day. Yeah. All right, okay, show us what you got. I went back in that back aerobics room. I pulled 2 girls off the treadmill. Didn't know them. What? Y'all come with me. We're going in here. We're going to dance. Okay. Dance is therapeutic. Dance is a stress reliever. It's therapeutic. I put on dunk, digga dunk, digga digga dunk, dunk, digga dunk. That JT,
yeah,
dunk, that and Missy Elliott. I was running those albums all the time. It was actually called Club Fit Gym first, off of Community and Military Trail. And then they wasn't paying me what I was worth or what I wanted. So I went to Gold's Gym, and that's when I started Sean's Dance Factory, 2003. So I've owned the school for over 20 years now.
God.
Yeah. Doing my own. No blueprint. No, this is a manual how to become successful. No business courses. I didn't go to school for business. It was just common sense.
But also you knew your worth.
Boom. That's what it was right there.
That's always.
That's the number one
always. Thing. So all y'all pulling me to the side talking about, hey, how do I do blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And I give you my price. Don't act like that.
Woo,
don't act like that.
Right there.
Like for real, don't act like that.
Yeah, please don't.
Because my time is valuable.
100%.
So, and once you realize that someone will respect whatever that amount is.
Exactly. Right.
Sky's the limit.
100%.
You know?
And then somebody, a big organization, realized that about me. And that's when I got that call. And I'll let you segue into whatever you want to go into. I want to spill beans.
Go ahead. You're good.
So Sean's Dance had been around 2017. 2017, we submitted a videotape in. No, we auditioned for World of Dance.
Yeah. And
then we went to World of Dance in New York City of Queens, 2017. I choreographed actually a few of the students that I trained became choreographers. I was teaching kids from age 7, and they'll stay. The longevity of Sean's Dance is strengthened, it's large. So they'll start at age 7, and they won't leave until like they're 22, 23 years old.
That's incredible. And
I brought more to just dance.
But also I do see some.
Oh yeah. So that's what I'm going right there. So yeah. So we get to World of Dance, and we're competing against dance crews all throughout the United States and across the country. So we came in first place from the choreography that myself and a few other of my colleagues put together from Sean's Dance Factory.
And that's incredible.
Thank you. World of Dance, that is, before J-Lo took over the show and put it on TV. Okay.
I would always say my proudest moment is seeing my son thrive.
Boom.
It's my proudest moment.
I like that.
Have you gotten to the point where someone that you've trained, they've now surpassed you?
Yeah, 100%. And that's the goal. I want them to.
Yeah.
Because I have a saying that you can't compete with me because I want you to win too. So there's a guy by the name of Chris Grant. Started with me at age 14. I was teaching him hip hop. He's from New York, but he was all about Michael Jackson. And he was like, there was no better impersonation than Chris Grant, hands down, that I've seen. Mm-hmm. And I would teach him like foundation, how to hit, fundamentals of hip hop, Cobra, 7-step wave to 11-step wave, how to hit, how to execute.
Wait, these dances have names?
Yeah, a whole bunch of them.
Listen, man.
Yeah, man.
It's all juking.
No.
I ain't know they have names.
Let me just go over just a few real quick.
Okay.
So for those who don't know about dance, foundation fundamentals are everything.
Yeah.
Being able to because we're athletes, knowing how to use the core, bending the knees, light on the feet. Let me go with just the funk styles.
Okay.
The terms is like forever. So I'll spare you. I won't go too many. But there's hitting, popping, flexing, locking, strutting, strobing, snaking, waving, worming, digiting, fingertips, finger digiting, tuts, king tuts. There's different animations within popping, like animation. There's a part of popping that's called like scarecrow popping. Then there's strobing, and ticking is different. It gets deep. It gets real deep.
I see.
And then the waves. Then there's big waves. And there's little small microwaves. And then there's tidal waves. And then there's all kind of different. Yeah. So I was teaching a lot of funk style foundation in Sean's dance factory. So they learned that first before they can go into choreography. Locking, how to do Scooby-Doo walk, how to do the pork chop, how to do the Leo, how to do the Skeeter Rabbit, how to do the Cobra. It's so much in dance that people don't even know.
I think also that not only does it lean to your credibility, but what I hear is that you're not leaving these old dances in the past.
Right.
You bringing them up, you know, little video we just watched.
Right.
You were talking about the prep. You were talking about, you know, like,
yeah, there's a guy by the name of Flo. He's like, bro, you are like not just the OG of West Palm when it comes to like dance, but you not only you imparted, but you like the godfather of hip hop dance in West Palm because nobody was teaching that before me. No, I don't have anyone that ever taught me the Scubot hop. What is the Scubot hop?
Wow.
You know, like I studied locking, I studied popping, I studied waving, ticking, and I studied, here's a big one. Ask anybody in our audience if they love hip hop. A lot of people love hip hop and R&B.
Yeah.
Ask any of them, what are the 5 contents of hip hop? Like, wait a minute. There are 5 main concepts of hip hop.
No clue.
No clue.
None.
Okay. First is the DJ.
Okay.
House parties before there was clubs. These are the 5 elements. The 5 elements of hip hop. Before there were clubs, there were house parties.
Right.
In a house party, you have your DJ. Then you have who?
MC.
The MC. The MC is who? The microphone creator.
He gonna move the crowd.
Person who's
master of ceremonies.
The master of ceremony who's hosting the actual party.
Yeah.
That's actually what I do right now when it comes to bar mitzvah. But anyway, we'll come back to that. The third is what? Breakdancing. It's an element of hip hop. Breakdancing. What happens when you break dance? I could break that down if you have a second.
Yeah. Yo, show.
Breakdancing is derived from the term break, when the music break. So if you have James Brown playing, get a drum song. When the music stops and it's just the music, that's when the breakers come out. The B-boys come out and start spinning.
Okay.
So that's why it's called break dance, because they break on the break of the music. It's back in early 70s, late 80s. So you got your DJ, your MC, the break dancers. The 4th element is what? Graffiti.
Okay.
Graffiti is your 4th element to hip hop. It's on all your little trains.
It's everywhere.
And then
I went to, not to cut you off, but I went over to Lisbon, over in Portugal. Graffiti
everywhere. Yeah, it's a part of our hip hop culture. So me and anybody else who, you know, have pride and have passion about their culture and craft, this is my craft. I gotta nourish it. I gotta love on it. And I gotta teach it.
Yeah.
Because it's not being taught.
It's not.
It's being taught. I'm sorry, it is being taught in certain countries. Like you go to Paris, London, you go to New Zealand. Oh, it's being taught.
Wow.
But we don't want to lose. We don't want to lose. We don't want to lose its value.
Right.
You know. So, and then the 5th element to hip hop is beatboxing. All that. So those are your 5 elements to hip hop. I teach that in my dance classes. So Sean's Dance Factory was built on a paradigm of diversity. It don't matter what color you like, you're gonna come in there and get some good foundation, good fundamentals of hip hop dancing. But it's more to it. The dancing is this small, me building their confidence, building their self-esteem, let them know that they don't have to, follow, any negative influence they could be themselves and still be cool, right? You don't got to do that to be cool. Be who you are. So self-esteem, building the confidence so they feel like they can take on any battle. And then I'm managing depression and I'm managing the anxiety all at the same time because we're going through a mental health crisis right now.
Yeah.
We're losing a lot of our kids because of that.
Yeah.
Being bullied in schools. Yeah. Cyberbullying. There's a lot going on.
Shootings in school.
Shooting all day.
I would never thought I saw a kid with a bulletproof backpack.
I've never heard of that in my life.
A bulletproof backpack.
Wow. Those are sad times. If you ask me the question, Sean, you don't got no kids, you don't have no wife. I used to be married, but if you ask me, I would say I don't bring in kids because the world is so corrupt, and I know it's going to get even more corrupt.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, somebody say, Sean, but you're a good person. You can teach the kids how to be make the world a better place, and I get that too.
So you can influence the ones that you touch now.
Yeah. So those ones like Chris Grant, the one who came in at age 14, who I said, a really good impersonator. He auditioned for Michael Jackson This Is It tour. Michael Jackson handpicked him first out of 250 auditionees in New York City.
Wow.
To go on tour with Michael Jackson.
Wow.
So that made me proud right there. Of Sean's dance factory, West Palm Beach, Florida, Chris Grant. Michael Jackson passed. He never got a chance to go on tour with him, but he worked with him, rehearsals with him. Right. And then Beyonce picked him up. Now he's Beyonce's choreographer.
Wow.
And the list goes on. There's a whole bunch of students I can name right now who are all dancing with, already with Justin Bieber, Chris Brown, Beyonce, you name the artists. I even toured in Europe. I toured on the Belgium, Amsterdam, Indonesia tour. Mario, You Should Let Me Love You. I did his tour. I done performed with Lil Wayne, 2 Chainz, a lot of other celebrities but it ain't about me.
Right.
When I see my kids that done came up and they're surpassing everything I've done, I'm like, that's when you're successful. That's when you're successful. When your offspring's like off the charts.
Like you said, Lil Wayne, there's no Drake without Lil Wayne.
Exactly.
You know,
right.
you gotta be able to pass it on to somebody else to be better than you.
Exactly.
You know,
you got to be humble. Like, pride stands. You have to take pride, but pride stands for taking personal responsibilities in your daily efforts. But we all in the team, we are all a family, and the team stands for, I teach all these acronyms. Yeah. Team stands for together, everyone achieves more. I came up with DREAM last month, DREAM, declaring real events as we manifest. Because declare means to proclaim.
Right.
Only way to make a dream come true is first you must wake up. Wake up. Declaring real events as you manifest.
Vision board.
That'd be next.
Vision board. I'm gonna tell you, like, because of course I've been talking about my son. Mm-hmm. You Got Served comes out. My son loses his mind. I don't know if he's like 7 or 8. He's a little kid. But I promise you, every day, Fat Man Scoop, Clip the Clan.
That was a jam back there, boy.
That's the first song that came on during that movie. And I said, I know somebody could dance like that. I'm telling my son that. And he's like, no, you don't. You know, he had that age where he kind of like challenging things. Right. And he loved that movie. He'd just do these little dances. And he just thought he was the best dancer.
Love it.
My sister would just crack on him. It was like, why he dance like he having a seizure or something? What's wrong with him?
A seizure.
But he got his little pop. And just to see that little amount of confidence.
Right.
So confident.
You can't tell him nothing.
Yeah. Michael Jackson was, such a big influence. Yeah. And even to see Usher at the Super Bowl, paying tribute to Michael, paying tribute to Prince. Yeah. And that's why I brought up the fact that you're still encompassing these old school forgotten dances.
Yep.
And
Yeah, we talking about late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, because I can remember when the Smurf came out.
Oh yeah.
And my mom was like, "They ain't nothing but the mashed potatoes."
Oh yeah, they
you know,
yeah.
And it's like, "Oh, they ain't nothing but the Hully Gully." You know, these little different dances.
Kid and Play ain't nothing but you know. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, but that's a newer version of these older dances.
Right.
And I'm proud to hear you say and teach these things because
history. You don't want to lose that.
It has to exist.
It has to.
It has to.
You got to.
You know.
So, and if it's not gonna be taught, somebody got to teach it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I take pride in teaching first of all because my Bachelor of Science degree of Education.
Right.
So I'm supposed to be a teacher in the schools, but I am a teacher.
Yeah.
I just applied what I've learned at A&M and brought it to my own dance school and where I can pay myself and because I know what I'm worth.
Yeah.
And there's a price tag that come with it.
You got that right.
And then, so after a few years of having Sean's Dance Factory, I get a phone call. 305. 305. Who called me from 305? It's Miami Heat. Miami Heat's like, look, Sean Green, yeah, you are highly recommended to be on the Extreme team, which is entertainment that works all entertainment throughout the arena. Back then it was the AAA Center. Back then it was LeBron and D Wade and Haslam and Alonzo Mourning.
All the swag in the world.
So I get there and I just lit up the interview. Oh, for those who are listening, anytime you go to an interview or you're trying to apply for a job or something like that, or a position or a higher field, be your full authentic self. Don't go in there trying to be something that you're not. I know who I am. I know my last name. I know what I'm bringing to the table. You don't have to be cocky. You don't have to be arrogant, but you do have to have some confidence. And so I brought that and they picked up on that energy right away.
Yeah.
It's like, whatever you want, we want some of that. So you're going to get it at the game. So they hired me. So after a year of working on the Extreme team, which is, I think they call it the Hoop Troop now. So we're in charge of all the excitement, keeping the fans going. So we're an extension of the players.
Now, I'm going to just interject right quick.
Yeah.
I lived in Orlando for over 20 years, right? Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what I'm going to bring up.
Okay.
When you go to Magic games, it's charge.
Oh my gosh.
That's the Orlando Magic.
I'll fall asleep.
Nah. I've been to Heat games.
Oh yeah.
And it ain't nothing.
It was like a concert last night. I was there last night. It was like a concert. Trick Daddy, Trina, JT Money, Luke on the side. They all lit during halftime.
You don't, and that's just a regular game.
Yeah, it was a regular game. It wasn't even advertised. We didn't even know. We didn't even know what was going to happen. But you can throw a real quick concert real quick in the middle of halftime. I ain't tell nobody. If you from they showed tribute. They paid tribute. Hey, it was an honor. And then after a year, I ran across Natalia Gonzalez. Shout out to Natalia. She's the director of the Miami Heat Dancers Miami Heat Dancers. I was like, I need to teach these girls one of these days. Remember this, closed mouths never get fed.
Ever.
She's high status.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, Sean Green of Sean's Dance Factory, we know who you are. What?
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
She's like, yeah, we follow you. We watch all your videos, your YouTube, your TikTok, all your stuff. Like, okay. She's like, when you want to start? How soon can I start? She said, next Tuesday. Be ready. I have a routine for them. Just like that. I ain't have no routine, but I can make up one on the way. So that next Tuesday, I'll never forget, I gave them a Missy Elliott routine. 3 songs they learned in 1 hour. Yeah, they're on a professional. This is NBA. They're on a professional. No, they have to pick up that fast. 1 routine going. 2nd routine going. 3rd routine, let's go. Yes. So now I've been working with them. I've been choreographing the Miami Heat for one of the choreographers. I'm not the only choreographer.
Right.
I want to make sure I'm clear. I've been teaching and choreographing Miami Heat for 8 years. That's auditions, prep classes. Oh, and the Miami Dolphin cheerleaders.
Oh,
yeah.
Miami has the Dolphins. The greatest football team.
I've taught a lot of their prep courses.
Okay.
I don't do cheerleading.
Right.
But I taught their prep courses. And I became, what you call it? Damn, I forgot.
You got
at the audition.
So many
I was one of the judges.
Okay.
For the Dolphins.
Man.
For 3 years.
Okay.
The last time I was a judge, I was the only guy. Yeah, so
that's respect.
So I thank God for my calling.
Yeah.
So there's two things. Get this, you guys. There's your gifts, and then you have that calling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Drums, that's a gift of mine. Dancing is a gift, but drums wasn't my calling.
Mm-mm.
My calling, is dance. Why? Because I can touch people and help them to become the better version of themselves. Because dancing is therapeutic. It's a stress reliever. Helps you to express yourself in a more of a upward mobility. Not only that, but I've touched so many lives and I make a lot of money with dance.
Yeah.
Not with drums. So don't get the gifts twisted. Follow the calling, not just the gifts.
So with those gifts, and you already mentioned before, the Heat recognized the YouTube, the TikTok.
Right.
Being internet famous, is it to the point where people recognize you?
Somewhat, at some degree.
Okay.
Just all right. So
because it don't change now. It used to be you had to be on TV, but don't nobody watch TV no more.
Right.
So now if you TikTok, Instagram, if you want these individuals, does it happen?
That was last night.
See.
Last night, this is so funny that you brought it up. Like, this is perfect timing. I promise you, I did not know he was going to go here. I took my mom and dad out to Okeechobee Steakhouse.
Yeah.
And I see people looking at me. I'm chilling. I got my Supreme hoodie on and I got on a New York Yankees hat. I'm chilling with my mom and dad. And I get up to go to the restroom. And then all I heard was, I come out the restroom. By the time I come back to the restroom, you got a server, a manager, and two other servers. It's like, you're Sean Green, the famous choreographer. I was like, wait, I've never heard this in my life. I promise you, I've never heard this. And I'm not lying. This is like, wait, what? She's like, there's a guy that recognizes you, and I recognize you, but there's a guy that recognizes you like, oh my gosh, Sean Green is here. This is Okeechobee Steakhouse. This is that crib. This is West Palm. I'm like, I'm still learning, but I'm all right. So yeah, to answer your question, like that comes times. Now I get people not everywhere I go,
right?
But I got a good following in New York now, for a fact.
Have you? Because of course, with us being born and raised in South Florida, and I don't know about you, but I've had people from New York. That initial response to moving to South Florida is South Florida sucks. New York is so great. Mm. So there was always this kind of back and forth between South Florida and New York.
Right.
And now I had to go to New York to realize how great it was.
Oh my gosh.
And it's wonderful.
Oh my, it's wonderful.
But you not being from there,
right.
Have you had any backlash from New Yorkers?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Like New York is like one of my, out of all the cities and places I've toured or traveled to, I would say by far New York is my favorite place. Like people think I'm from Brooklyn. People think I'm from people think I'm from New York. The way I dress, I'm always trying to dress different or whatever. Or I have a different swag or I talk fast, I move fast. Everything is like hustle. Yeah. That's New York.
Yeah.
Everything is a hustle in New York, and I'm quick like that, So I can resonate with New York because of the energy, right?
Never sleep.
It's electrifying.
Never sleep.
And I don't want to go to sleep when I'm in New York.
Never sleep.
It's always something to do. And the places I've traveled to teaching workshops, hip hop workshops, I would say, because I don't want to leave this out. Because I want to let people know that who are watching and listening that they need to get out for the experience. I don't want to go on no plane. Get out.
Get on the plane.
Get on the plane. Why? Because experience is the best teacher. You can hear about it. You can read about it. You got to see it.
You can't sit there and say, just because I see it in this box, that I've been there.
Exactly. Yeah, you ain't been there.
You ain't been there what?
You have to appreciate the culture when you get there too. You have to understand that it's completely different. Then it's going to be it's a culture shock when you go to those third world countries and you kind of find out that people don't, the things that you think you can just pick up from the day-to-day base and like just natural things like just drinking water. It's not easy access to them.
Right.
Like, wearing the same clothes all week because they don't
That's all they got.
Right. So I go and I give a lot. Like, at times, but I give a lot with it. And I don't post it because I'm not boasting that, but I feel
Thank you for not doing that.
Yeah. Because it's not about me.
That's weird. Yeah, that's weird.
It is very, I think it's goofy as hell when people do that. Like, I had a friend of mine show me, look at these shoes. Hey, watch me give these shoes to this homeless guy.
Yeah. I don't want to see none of that.
The credit is gone.
I don't want to see none of that.
You're not going to get blessed. The credit's gone.
Exactly.
Anyway, so going to Paris. The Bible says, write the vision down, make it plain. So any vision that I've ever had, I've always written it down and I saw myself there. If you don't see yourself there, you won't be there.
Right.
If you don't see yourself, being here and what
not gonna happen.
To be successful, you may not be there because you don't see it.
Right.
What's worse than being blind?
Having a vision that you can't get to.
Okay, close. What's worse than being blind? Having sight with no vision.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah.
So I had to see myself in Paris to go to Paris. So I'm going to Paris. Went to Paris. After that, started teaching in London. Every year I teach in London. Glasgow, Scotland, Thailand. I done been to New Zealand.
Do you just call these people and say, hey, I need a studio for a week and just show up?
No, they call me.
God.
Trying to be humble about it though.
God.
So how I ended up teaching in Australia was from being at the Heat.
Yeah.
I had just taught an audition routine for the Heat.
Mm-hmm.
So we got 300 girls coming, trying out from all over. They come from different countries and different states. And I never forget this one girl named Belinda from Melbourne, Australia. She made the team, but she didn't have the papers. She didn't have the green card. So they wouldn't allow her to dance on the team.
Right.
So she went back in raw to Australia, like, this guy who taught the routine, y'all got to get him here. So she taught to these organizations, these dance organizations, whoever. A guy named Phil had it. Never forget his name. He's super cool. Shout out to Phil. And he said, what we got to do to get you here? Then talk to my peoples. You know, the flight, the hotel, per diem.
Of course.
Got a funny story. Don't judge me. So we're emailing and Facebooking right now, sending messages through Facebook. Take care of my flight, hotel, travel arrangers, sends drivers. I teach the Melbourne United Dance cheerleaders, who is equivalent to Miami Heat,
right? But
in the Australian level.
Yes.
Or first 2 days, I'm parlaying. I'm checking out St. Kilda. For those who know what St. Kilda is, it's St. Kilda's Beach in Melbourne. And then I taught the Melbourne United cheerleaders. The next day, I posted it. And then I get a phone call from Venus Williams. But let me back up. Before this, I had already been teaching Venus and Serena for like private lessons, hip-hop private lessons for like 4 years.
Right.
So Venus calls me, so we know each other. So she's like, you're in Australia, in Melbourne? I'm like, yeah. I just taught the Melbourne United Dance cheerleaders. She's like, we're here. I was like, why y'all here? She said, because we're here for the Australian Open. Don't judge me. So my dumb behind, I was like, what's the Open? Oh my gosh. She said, Sean, the Melbourne Open, Melbourne Open is just the Super Bowl of all tennis. We just say it. I'm like, oh, the Australian Open.
And it's real hot.
It's real, yeah.
It's real.
if there was any other place other than New York, I would stay in Australia. Everything is super friendly. Everybody wants you to succeed. There's no...
Don't they eat like Vegemite?
Clean. Huh?
Vegemite.
The heck is that?
Okay, you might have had it.
No.
Good.
No, there's no kangaroos punching niggas in the face. There's no Australian spiders or
the brown
kangaroos. Like, you be hearing all kind of stories. Like, ain't none of that. You don't see none of that. Like, if you're in the wild, yeah, if you're in their habitat. But no, I'm in Melbourne. I'm in the city. I'm at the Sofitel Hotel.
Did you go to the Opera House?
I didn't. That's in Sydney. Sir.
Oh, it's in Sydney. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But here's the thing. I was supposed to go to Sydney the next day. My flight was already booked. I said, I would just give me a tour. I just want to go to tour, Sydney, and come back, and I'll fly back out of Melbourne to come back to Miami.
Right.
A whole week I was going to be in Sydney. Alone. Venus said, come hang out with us tonight. Serena and I want to take you out for dinner. She said just like that. All right, let's go. Cool. All right, Phil, I'm out. Never went back to Melbourne. She's like, nope, you staying with us for the rest of the week. Because we went out dancing.
Yeah.
This is so funny. This is clutch. This is so clutch. We got dancing. We bar hopping. We're eating good.
Yeah.
Dancing. The very next morning, they have the match. She have a match. Her and Serena wins. The whole championship, they win. I'm like, we were just out the night before. So, backstory, she's like, cancel that. You stand with us. I'm gonna give you your credentials for the rest of the week. So she put me out. So I was a part of Venus' team.
Yeah.
But I've been working with her.
Right,
I knew
right.
her sister Aisha. I knew her other sisters. Her attorney. I knew her coaches, her hitting partners. We all like this, like just hang out. So
that's what's
that was dope. That was a dope experience. Ain't gonna lie. I felt like a celebrity.
You felt good, like,
because we have cameras all in your face. I'm sitting on the side of Serena's
the box
fiance at the time before they got married.
Yeah,
with the towels over and camera. Who is this nigga? They didn't say that, but yeah. Can you imagine? Who's this nigga? I'm chilling with them, man. Serena out there, we're cheering her on. Venus out there, we're cheering her on. I'm at every match, like clockwork.
Dang.
I'll come up under the tunnel window. I got the badge. I got the badge.
Did you keep it?
Yeah, I did. I have it today. See? It's in there somewhere.
But still,
yeah, it's in my room. Yeah.
That's one of those, you cannot forget how far you've come.
Yeah.
Ever.
Right.
That's an absolute culmination of, I've done the right things in my life.
Right.
And that's why.
And I'm still learning.
I celebrate you, man.
I appreciate that, man.
I celebrate you. You know? And
I'm happy to be here.
And the individual that y'all see, a lot of times, like, they might be putting on a front. This ain't no front.
I don't know how to be fake.
This is not a front at all. Yeah. Sean from Jump has been the same. Me and Chris, of course, are closer.
My brother, yeah.
Mr. Go Get 'em Green.
Go get him.
But it's the same.
Yeah, man.
It's the same. Y'all parents are to be commended.
Yeah.
And you know, I want to wrap it up, but you've dropped so many gems and you've given such incredible advice. Like I said, we want to know what's next.
Okay.
You know, if you can.
Yeah, real quick. Yeah, I can sum that up real quick. So, I moved to Miami. I closed Sean's Dance Factory, by the way, in late November, a few months ago. So I've been in Miami now for 3 months-ish. I moved here because there's more opportunity for me. I feel like I soar higher and I'm thriving like nobody's business right now.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of clients. So we mentioned TikTok becoming like a little famous. I'm not really famous, but I got a lot of followers.
He famous, y'all. Go ahead.
So I built my own followers and connection, right?
Yeah.
And then now I'm working with a lot of celebrity kids, teaching them dance, all the new trending TikTok dances, trending dances on IG, Reels. So after teaching like Tiger Woods' kids, his ex-wife, his ex-girlfriend, shout out to Elin and then Rachel Yucatel, who's we won't go to that whole full story, but
yeah,
we'll just say that was his ex.
We know it, but go ahead.
I was teaching her daughter Wyatt, and Wyatt was like the OG of me. She was the first little girl I taught, and it went viral. So it went viral, and then next thing you know, I got clients all throughout Boca, all throughout Palm Beach Island. I'm always on Palm Beach Island teaching, and then New York. Once I hit New York, it was a wrap. So now I'm teaching Upper East, Upper West, Tribeca, and then I never forget Kevin Costner, his neighbor. I was teaching Kevin Costner's wife, Kimberly, and his daughter on Palm Beach Islands on Billionaires Row. Yeah, his interior designer came out of nowhere. It's like, you'll do well in the Hamptons. 3 years ago, she told me that. Didn't know her from a Kennetic. She's like, you'll do well in the Hamptons. I said, okay, I'll go for a couple of weeks. She's like, no, you won't. I said, all right, I'll go for like 3 weeks. She said, no, you're not. A month? She's like, nope, you need to stay there for the summer. First time hearing this, I don't even know who she was. And then I was like, okay, I'll try it out for a month. She said, okay. I went. She was right. I got so much success, I didn't have room enough to eat. I couldn't carve out time. Legit, I could not carve out time of when to eat because I'll get booked like 4 to 5 to 6 lessons a day at $300 an hour. Wow. And it was like, I set my own price and it was okay. Of course. And then they added more. And then once the friends found out, it was like, trickle on effect where now, okay, now what would you charge for 3 people? Okay, that would be, $350. Yeah. What about 5 people? And I said 5 each. What about a kid's TikTok birthday party? $1,000 an hour. So I would do birthday parties almost 2 times a week, loaded up with private lessons. So now I have the clientele.
How do people reach you though? Is it all
glad you asked. Instagram. Okay. It's not like telephone or emails. No. It's like, nope. Where's his content? Majority of his content is on TikTok and Instagram. I can reach him on Instagram. He'll respond real quick. DMs. All the moms hit me up in DMs. All moms. All moms hitting me up in DMs. I'm on DM. I'm in DMs more than anything. So I had to get an assistant now to help me book flights, hotels, help me set up schedules for parties. I have so many parties. And then I know that I'm trying to wrap this up. No, you're not. Then I ended up becoming a dancer. When I was working with Heat, I was becoming a dancer for bar mitzvahs. I'm gonna tie this all in real quick. Bar mitzvahs and bat mitzvahs. Bar mitzvahs for boys, Jewish parties. We talk about kids. We talk about Jewish kids parties. Bat, B-A-T is for girls, all right, or b'nai if they're twins or something like that, right? So then you have here's Sean. He engages in these kids. These kids are gravitating towards him when he's dancing. So now Sean's like a leader. Sean, okay, great. We know you're a great dancer. How can we get you to be an MC? I don't want to be an MC. Sean, you need to be an MC. Nope, I'd rather be a dancer. Sean.
Shut it up.
Okay, sign me up. So now I've been an MC for like over 5 years. Man. MCing Jewish parties, Beverly Hills, Minnesota, Chicago.
That's what Tiffany Haddish did.
Yep, she did. Yeah, she did. I started MCing them all over with a company called Rock With You Entertainment. Shout out to Rock With You Entertainment out of Hollywood, Florida. You go on their website, all the appearances just go here. Where's Sean Green? Boom. You see everything I've done. You see my videos. You see my bio. You see, oh, he worked for the Heat too. Great. Book him. But it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you a lot of money. Yeah, it's going to cost you a lot of money. But quality is everything, right? Of course. You're going to get what you pay for. Right. If you want the best party ever, book Sean Green. I'm telling you, it's going to be a wrap. And I only do quality parties.
So do you team up with the event planners?
Yep. Well, when I get there, okay, I'll meet the event planner there. I'll ask for one thing. Give me your timeline. I already know what to do. They give me the timeline. Boom. Great. Super. I'm going to switch this. The father-daughter dance needs to go after the video montage. Why? Because I don't want to keep putting them up, sitting them down, the guests. So we're going to start off with the grand opening, grand entrance, mom and dad, sister, brother, guest of honor, GOH. She comes in or he comes in. on shoulders, boom. We dance 2 songs, dance set, 2 songs, go into our hora. After hora, we go right into like a hamotzi. Hamotzi is the challah, cutting of the challah. Yeah. Granddad from New York, come with blessing of their bread, drink wine. That little boy now is a man. Okay, great. Dance more, dance set, they eat. Next thing you know, bang out, give nothing but banger hip hop music. Because like we talking about bangers like Kodak Black. Yeah. 21 Savage, Drake. Yeah. A Boogie with a Hoodie. Sexy Red.
It's time to juke.
Fiend. None of that. All like Travis Scott, Mosh Pit. It's like that's all they want, and they know all the words.
Club up.
All that.
Club up.
So I've done bar mitzvahs with Kodak Black, Jonas Brothers, Rick Ross. I got booked to MC Ivanka Trump's daughter.
Wow.
That was last year. I said 21 Savage.
Yeah.
Blueface.
21 just on SNL.
Yep. I saw him.
Yeah.
And then what's the boy? Trippy Red?
Trippy Red, yeah.
Yep. Did one with him. So all these celebrities, they come, they perform at these bar mitzvahs.
Right.
And I'm emceeing them. Especially all the hood ones. Well, there's no hood one, but the ones that they like, they want to bring that real.
Yeah.
All the bangers, I'm emceeing those.
You ready?
So now we got all that out. That what I do. So after doing private lessons, so now my menu, I call it the Sean's menu. Mm-hmm. Private lessons, group private lessons. I don't teach classes anymore because
be on it.
Yeah, kids' birthday parties, sleepaway. Oh, I'm sorry, sleepaway camps. That's a whole nother story. So I go to the Jewish camps now every summer, whether it's in the Hamptons or Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Maine, because that's where all the money at. Yeah. Because you got 500 to 700 kids at a camp for 7 weeks. As soon as you get there, they take the kid phone away, laptop away, and they teach them life skills. They teach them how to cook, how to wash, do laundry.
Wow.
Yeah. Every water sport you can imagine, every field sport. Wow. Dance. Sean's, you doing dance. So yeah. Arts and crafts.
It's a whole nother world.
It's a whole nother world that we don't even know about.
Right.
I found this out just last year. I went to a camp called Camp Laconda. They flew me in. What is this? They said it's a city. It's a city of kids is what they call it. City of kids with no technology. That's smart. Yeah. Each kid's paying $15,000 for 7 weeks. So they're making millions. Yeah. So what I said last year, I want as many camps as I can. So I just got booked my 7th camp yesterday. Man. So I'm doing 7 camps this year.
Wow.
And then to wrap it up, where I see myself going now is the Soul Sync Immersion. Before the Soul Sync Immersion, I need to do my motivationals. My motivational speaking is meaning I go to Upper East, Upper West, go to all the private schools. Why? I want to make them fund that first to be able to teach dance and become a motivational speaker. It's called Sean's Hour of Power. 1 hour of me teaching dance for 10 minutes. I speak for 10 minutes. Dance, speak. I'll be like the Tony Robbins of hip hop. And then right after that, I'll start my Soul Sync Immersion. That's my ultimate goal. What's that? Sugar Glass Your Ass. It is Sean's Girls Night Out. I didn't even think I'd be talking about that. So Girls Night Out is a party that I started 4 years ago. Bachelorette parties, GNOs, Girls Night Out, bachelorette parties, birthday parties for moms. And the next thing you know, it grew big. Like my first one was that 106 girls came to the Ritz-Carlton. 106. Yeah. It was only
your first one?
My first one at Ritz-Carlton. The first one was actually at a gym. I had 40 girls. And then by the time I got to my resort, I was at 106 girls at the first resort.
Man.
And then, so after doing that, I was like, okay, I need to start my own retreat. Because they have these yoga retreats in Bali and Costa Rica. How about we merge, we fuse Sean's Girls Night Out on Friday night, Saturday, sunrise yoga, meditation, Sunday, fitness, send them back home. That's my goal.
Will it ever, and this is my last question, will it ever be more than just Sean? Will it be a team of Seans?
That's a good question. It's like a double-edged sword. Only reason I said that because it's hard to clone me. Everybody don't have my personality, my energy, skill set. I could teach people to do what I do, of course, but it's a lot of times that I've tried it and it backfire on me. Okay. Like I sent one girl to do a party, I won't say her name, and I've never received a bad review. and the mom called me and said, that wasn't it. How you doing? That was not it. I still got paid from the party, right? You know, because I get my own cut because I built my own brand. This is my brand, and she represents my brand. She was in New York. I was here doing a party in Miami. I can't be in two places at once. Okay, I have somebody from my team. Remember, team stands for Together Everyone Achieves More.
You got that right.
I sent my team. She did it. I really didn't even know her. I taught her some stuff. Dropped the ball. So, to answer your question, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. So, it's like it'd be me, myself, and I for a bit.
Yeah.
Until I can find somebody I can trust. Other than that, man, that's the life of Sean Green.
Getting the one and only.
Yeah. The one and only. Troy Deshaun Green.
So give everybody your socials.
Yeah. So you can find me on Instagram, mainly SEAN Sean Green, GREEN SDF. The SDF stands for Sean Stanfeder, even though I closed the doors. So Sean Green SDF is the same handle on TikTok. Sean Green on Facebook. I'm on Twitter, but I don't really use it. I'm not on LinkedIn. I think I'm on LinkedIn. I don't use LinkedIn. But do invest in cryptocurrency. Ethereum for sure. Okay.
So with that, I want to say God bless. Good night.
You guys.
And it is really, really been a pleasure. I want to leave that door open whenever you start those new ventures. Reach out to us whenever you're at the crib. You want to stop by. Oh, yeah, we're filming a show. Come in and say hi.
I sure will.
And teach us some.
I teach the 7-step wave or the 11-step wave.
See? That's what I'm talking about. Whoa.
Yeah, all that. I got you.
A little extra. Whoa. That's what I'm talking
Appreciate you. You guys, hits, cuts, and bruises. One time for Kent. Thank you very much for having me, bro. Appreciate you.
All love, baby. All love.
Love.
Hits, cuts, bruises.
Bars.